Hello everyone. Today I would like to introduce you to a unique Chinese cultural phenomenon, the Spring Festival transport season. I believe that we should not be unfamiliar with the Chinese New Year, especially after my country presentation on China. I'm sure everyone is confused as to what the Spring Festival transport season is. Why can it be called a uniquely Chinese cultural phenomenon? Next I will introduce it to you. The Spring Festival transport season. We can see that this phenomenon is occurring in the Spring Festival time, the 40-day period around Chinese New Year. According to this table we can see that the specific time are subject to change, but this time period will not change. The time of the Spring Festival transport season was said. Next, let's talk about why it is a cultural phenomenon unique to China. One word to describe the Spring Festival transport season is busy. The chart on the right shows the total passenger volume of the Chunyan period over the years. Yes, the unit is billion. This is why Chunyan is known as the once-a-year human migration. Due to the impact of the COVID-19, total passenger volume for 2020 and 2021 is reduced. There are still many people who choose to go home during the Chinese New Year period. The drop in passenger traffic is actually not only due to traveler concerns about the uncertainty of the epidemic, but also because the Chinese government has issued advice and policies that people in some cities would be better off not going home for New Year. This is a reflection of the fact that China is a low-indulgence country. People are willing to accept slightly harsher conditions in exchange for a stable and secure normal life. Why is this a uniquely Chinese cultural phenomenon? Or why is it that despite the severity of the epidemic, many people still join the Spring Festival when conditions permit? There are many young people working in other cities. Parents are in their hometowns. There is a Chinese proverb: whenever there is a holiday, you miss your family. This sentiment will reach its peak during the Chinese New Year. Children miss their parents and parents care for their children, contributing to this phenomenon. Family culture is the most important culture to the Chinese. Loved ones are often the most important. In addition to those who have family reunions during the Chinese New Year, there is another group of people who must be mentioned. It's those who work for other people's family reunions, transportation service workers. They are always the group that receives the most praise during the Spring Festival. I remember one time when someone interviewed a train service worker. He said, "We want to go home to our families too, but we want to make it possible for more people to go home for the reunion." They choose to keep working so that as many people as possible can go home for the New Year. And that's not just for 1 year, but every year. From this interview we can also see why China is a high collectivism country, from this high-speed railway service staff. Although I am a Chinese, I have not experienced the Chunyan. My impressions of the Chunyan are based on the TV news. But I know how much I miss my family during the holidays. Just like I miss my parents when I am in Holland on holidays. I can feel the joy of tourists coming home. I can also feel the sacrifice of the high-speed train staffs. I am proud of the staff of the high-speed train. In fact, there are many other festivals as well as events in China besides the Chinese New Year. Many of these festivals and events are inherited from the traditional Chinese culture, such as Dragon Boat Festival, dragon boat racing. If you are interested, I hope you can come to China to experience these festivals. I am sure you will enjoy it. The last thing I want to say is that I don't think it's just the high-speed railway service people who are sacrificing themselves. There must be other people who are making sacrifices for the culture as well in other countries. We really have to respect these people who are making our lives better. We have to learn to be grateful.